defense.
Buckle up. We are set to get underway in the third period of this semifinal game, looking for a national championship. 5-on-5 as we start the third period. Forsyth turned it over inside the blue line. Fergus stole it, dropped it back. Cowan took it away from him. Cowan clears it out into the Cataracts, and Henry's back to pick it up. Alex Henry cutting in front of Brian Gillis. Drops it back for Martin. Martin back behind the goal. Cercelli comes through and takes it. Colin Cercelli. He's poke checked at the blue line by Cowan. Cercelli's got it again. He'll give it back to Martin. Martin goes over on the far side for Alex Henry. Henry, the blue line for Cercelli. He lost it. Turned it over to Wicks at the blue line. Wicks trying to get away. Tried to get it to Fergus. Cowan heading to the bench, limping a little bit for the Prairie Thunder. McCauley wanting to put center in over the Cataracts blue line. McCauley drops it back for Agnew. Agnew down in deep into the corner. Swinging around behind the goal. McRae is watching him. In behind the goal for McCauley. Nobody saw him. McCauley got it along the boards. Back at the point for Bonnie. Bonnie with a shot towards goal is tipped. Gillis made the save. Pressure by the Prairie Thunder early in this third period. Smith over on the far side. Wicks couldn't get to it. In behind the goal. Henry will pick it up here in the near corner. Alex Henry. Henry, cross ice. Finds McRae, looking for Asham. Christie plays it in around behind the goal. Limpright gets it out to Agnew. Cross ice pass, good one for Hellier. Hellier at the Cataracts blue line, knocked off his stick by McRae. Smith forced to go back into his end. Gets rid of it at center. Luke Gallant's got it back at his own blue line. Trying to make a pass, one off the skate of Agnew, who's going to head to the bench. Gallant's got it back behind his goal now. Along the boards, Ferrati short, back down low for Gallant. In front of his goal, up through the middle to Gill. Gill just got a stick on it to avoid the icing, chipped in behind Christie. Christie around the boards, short towards the goal. It's batted out of the air by Gill with his hand right into the glove of Steve Christie.
Just deflected there from the shot, and Roddy short, and there a minute ago, again, it was Ryan Bonney with that sneaky little wrist shot, and the Prairie Thunder set up in front of Brian Gillis with the deflection. Gillis able to make the save. Good body position on that one. Steve Yetman now will take this face-off against Terry Yake.
Yetman wins it down into the corner. Tetro was there first for the Prairie Thunder. Pinching in was Parker Dean, who's had a strong game for the Cataracts. Around the boards here in the near point, Terry will hold it in. His shot goes over into the far corner off of Tetro. Tetro takes a bump from Bussey but gets it out. Walker to the blue line, chips it in. That hit the linesman. Stops along the board. Jake has got it. Yetman is on Yake. Pokes it free. Bussey's got it. He's closed in on quickly. Yake's got Bussey pinned to the boards. They can't get the puck free. Now it does. Still kept in. Dudar's got it in the corner. Riley Dudar around the goal. Dudar back towards the blue line. Down for Yake. Yake back up towards the blue line. Leaves it for Butlin. Butlin puts it in behind the goal. Puck goes over on the far boards. Tetro will keep it in. Terrio swinging at it. Yake able to hold it in. Gets it out in front. Went through the crease. Came out the other side. Again kept in by the Thunder. Yake has it along the half wall. Back towards the blue line. Yake across. Tetro off the boards. Puts it towards the goal. And Gillis got the right pad down. Made the save. Cleared down the ice right onto Christie. So no icing. Cataracts will change. Long pass up ahead for Dudar. Dudar holds it in the slot. Shot comes in from Agnew wide. Thrown in front. Crowley is there. He gets bowled over by Henry as he was looking for the rebound. Cataracts come away. Fergus missed the pass. Wild has got it. That pass missed. Goes in behind the Cataracts goal. Wild in looking for it. Henry is there as well. Wild and Henry. Plett is in there. Puck comes loose. Fergus has it. Out at center, Crowley gets it over to Forsyth at his own blue line. Up ahead to Patin. Patin in over the blue line, working against Martin. Shot goes wide. Back here at the blue line. Forsyth able to hold it in momentarily. Now it's brought out. McRae is out there with Asham. They're going to try and get him out. Wicks and Fergus are still out there. Now McRae heads up the ice. McRae in over the blue line. Shot goes off a stick. Up and out of play. Now the Cataracts will get their line change in.
Face-off will come inside the Prairie Thunder zone. 16:01 left to go in the third period, rather. 1-1 tie. So far in this period, it's been the Prairie Thunder with the bulk of the pressure. Face-off now will be to the right of goaltender Steve Christie. Stu McRae against Del Cowan on this face-off.
1-1 tie, third period. Asham shot goes in wide of the goal. He'll chase his rebound along the boards, but Bonnie gets to it first. To McCauley, stolen away by Asham. to DeRozier. DeRozier tries to feed it back to Asham. Went off his stick to Dittmer. Dittmer on the right side for Del Cowan. Cowan in over the blue line, working against Gallant. Here on the left side, McCauley in ahead of the play, offside.
Del Cowan just trying like a little spinorama move there at the blue line. An odd place to try it, and his line mate McCauley with a head of steam, unable to slow down enough to avoid the offsides. Face off now outside the Cataracts line, down to 15:44 left to go here in the third period.
Bonnie back in his own end. Across to Smith. Smith at his blue line. That's picked off. McRae will come back the other way. McRae in over the blue line. McRae with a shot. That just missed on the far side. DeRozier's on it first. Down in the corner for Asham. Tried to give it back to DeRozier. Stolen away. Back here at the point. Roddy Short has it. Short with a shot. That's just missed. Comes off the end board. Sits on the mesh. The faceoff will come outside the blue line.
Steve Christie had to be sharp on that one as the puck back to Roddy Short. Roddy Short wound up and let a hard shot go off the glass and back over the net. Christie able to glove that one. Very aware on his part. Both teams will make changes here now.
I missed. I thought it sat on the mesh. You got it,
Sean
Barry.
Limp right on this faceoff against Steve Yetman and the Cataracts to the left of goaltender Christie.
So goes in behind the goal. Tetro leaves it in the corner. Yetman's got it out in front for Gill off his skate. Yetman gets it from Agnew. Short with a shot. Blocked by Tetro in front. Up towards the blue line. Limpright's got it. Limpright in over the blue line. Limpright. Pass across. Hellier getting in there. And Roddy Short came sliding over to stop that. Limpright's got it along the boards. He and Yetman go down. Cataracts have it out at center. Tetro picks it off. Sends the Cataracts back down in their end again. Short will go back there to take it from Gillis. Short around the boards all the way down the ice. No icing. They're saying Bussey touched it over on the blue line. It goes in behind the Prairie Thunder goal. Cataracts are changing. Up the blue line for Walker. He'll tip it in. Theriault back in his own end. Theriault around the boards. Gets it to Fergus. Fergus for Wicks off the boards. Wicks trying to work around Crowley. Wicks gets hauled down. Again, the crowd calling for a penalty. None forthcoming. Play continues on. Crowley. Up ahead for Yake. Yake touched it. No, they're going to say he did. I thought I saw one official point as if he did. They're going to call it an icing against the Prairie Thunder. 14-12 left to go. Third period. It's a 1-1 tie.
Good job by Danny Wicks on that one, being able to pick up the puck in full flight over on the boards and trying to get around Dane Crowley was taken down. I hope that's an indication of how the referees are going to call this third period. Let the players decide.
Crowley behind his goal to Plett. Plett clears it down the ice to the Cataracts blue line. Cataracts get it out. Goes into the Prairie Thunder bench. Face-off will be in the center ice area just outside the Prairie Thunder blue line.
Alex Henry trying to push the puck up the boards and into the offensive zone. That one deflected off his stick and up over the bench boards, and the face-off will be in front of the Prairie Thunder bench. Cercelli against Patine on this face-off.
I want Fergus and Plett to back up a little bit. Cercelli and Patine to take the face-off. Linesman can't seem to get Cercelli and Patine settled the way he wants them. Now he drops it. Henry moving it down into Prairie Thunder territory, down in deep into the corner. Patine is on him. Comes back up here along the point. Fergus couldn't hold it in. Plett tried to get away, and Fergus came back and stole it. Cercelli knocked down at center. Dumped in by Wicks. Forsyth. Fergus just missed. Forsyth. Plett gets away. Plett at center ice. In over the blue line. Drops it back. Pass in behind his teammate. Goes over to the far corner. Wicks is in there with Plett. Comes out loose, and McRae has got it. Stu McRae up through the middle to the blue line and over. McRae. He stopped as he got to the blue line. Pass up ahead for Patine. Patine working against Gallant. Gallant took it away from Patine. Makes the pass up to McRae. To DeRozier. DeRozier in over the blue line left side. DeRozier cutting towards the goal. Forced in behind. Out in front. Asham was there and it was cleared away. Gallant able to hold it in over the far side. Asham's got it top of the circle. Tried to make a pass. That was stopped. McCauley's got it. Cowan in over the blue line. Del Cowan working against Short. Plays it to the front of the goal. Short takes him to the boards. Gillis covers up. And it is frantic action here at the Centennial Arena.
A lot of tight checking action going on, George, both ends of the ice. Everybody aware of the significance of the next goal in this one. 12:55 left to go. We're deadlocked in a 1-1 tie here in the third period. Bussey will go out there now along with Fergus and Yetman. A line combination we haven't seen yet for the Cataracts in this game.
Bussey's got it on the far side. He'll head up the ice on the left wing, gets to center and clears it in. Christie out to play it. Bussey stole it away. Comes up along the boards back here at the point. Theriault has it. Theriault tried to get it down into the corner. Cowan got a leg on it. Cowan gets it and dumps it down the ice. Won't be enough for icing, I don't think. Dean back to pick it up in his own end. Parker Dean off the boards to Bussey. Bussey will flip it in. Gill goes in to forecheck against Agnew. Agnew leaves it on the boards. Limpright will come back to pick it up for the Prairie Thunder. Limpright made the passing, a run over by Bussey. Got the pass up ahead to McCauley. McCauley with a shot. Big save by Gillis as that was looking to go in short side. Comes out in front. Limpright with a shot. Another save by Gillis. Puck is down in the corner. Dean looking for it. Agnew is in there. Yetman, penalty coming up.
Now, oh!
Limpright just knocked down Bussey over on the far side. Now, not sure what's going to come of all this, Barry.
Well, the Cataracts are going to get the original penalty. Steve Yetman has taken a boarding penalty. As you know, it's the kind of hit we've seen at least a dozen times in this game. Yetman bearing down on the guy with the puck there, hitting him into the boards, and it'll be 2 minutes for boarding. I think that may be the only penalty being called here, George.
Wow.
So the Cataracts will be shorthanded with 11:58 left to go in the third period. The Prairie Thunder will have a chance here on the power play to take a lead in this very, very tight checking game. It'll be Yake, Limpright, and Agnew up front. Dane Crowley and Rob Smith on the back end. Cercelli and Fergus, Henry and Martin out there to kill this off for the Cataracts.
Prairie Thunder win the faceoff. Smith in along the boards down to Limpright, goes in around behind the goal. Agnew is there. Henry was on him. Back to the point for Crowley. Crowley with a wrist shot. Blocker save made by Gillis. Don't know how he saw it. Puck in the corner. Henry fighting for it. Henry taken away by Agnew. Goes in behind the goal. Henry over to the far board. Smith is reaching for it. Crowley keeps it in. Crowley at the right point. In along the boards for Smith. Down in low for Terry Yake. Yake loses it to Fergus. Fergus turns and clears it down the ice. Minute 22 left to go in the power play. Crowley winding up behind his own goal, gets to his blue line. Up to center. Pass to Yake. Yakin on the left side's got it. Threw it in front. That was picked off and cleared down the ice by Matt Quinn. 1:05 to go. Tetro behind his goal. To Cowan on the left side. Cowan swinging through center with some good speed. Dale Cowan in over the blue line. Stopped up by Short. Cowan turns. Puts it down into the corner. McCauley back to Tetro. Tetro's got a big slap shot. Save made by Gillis. And behind the goal, Dittmer. Short and McCauley go into the corner. Comes back up along the boards. That's picked off by McCrae. McCrae. He's got Quinn with him. McCrae swings wide and around behind the goal. Knocked off his stick. Wild coming off the bench. Can't bring it in over the blue line. Would have been offside. Wild forced to go back into his own end. 24 seconds to go in the power play. Butland up at the blue line for Wild. That's picked off. Fergus has got it and sends it back down the ice. 15 seconds to go in the man advantage. Christie leaves it for Crowley. Crowley to his own blue line. Pass to Patin. Patin in for Wild off his stick. Comes to the side of the goal. It's tipped just wide and then it's missed. What a chance for the Prairie Thunder as the penalty expires. Cercelli back the other way. Colin Cercelli cutting in around the goal. Just avoids a check. Christie in behind the goal. Kept in by Martin in behind the goal. Fergus has it. Fergus out in front looking for Wicks down the ice. Cataracts were changing. No icing. Both teams will change. I don't know how the Prairie Thunder missed a moment ago. Wicks will dump it into the corner. Forsyth in there. off the boards, kept in, thrown out in front of the goal by Dean. Dudar's got it on the other side, heads back behind his goal, drops it back there for Tetro. Under 10 minutes to go in this game, 1-1 tie. Tetro weaving his way through center. Tetro gets to the blue line no further, poked away. Hellier keeps going down into the corner. Hellier threw it out in front, cleared to the boards by Terrio. Cataracts have it, and they'll get rid of it at center ice. Forsyth back at his own blue line, across for Tetro. Up ahead for Dudar. Terrio took the puck away from him and got it to Yetman. Bussy's back in his own end, over to Parker Dean. Dean to center, just slides it down the ice. Back, that's icing? Okay.
Wow. And the Cataracts upset once again. Don't blame them at all, as Dean clearly got to the red line there on the follow through, just dumping it in, and the linesman right away up with the arm.
Also, the Prairie Thunder defenseman just stopped skating. He could have gone and gotten it.
Face-off back down into Cataracts end. 8:44 left to go here. Stu McRae on this face-off for the Cataracts against Terry Yake. Every face-off becomes more and more important now in late stages of this game.
In behind the goal, short around the boards. Asham couldn't get it out. Agnew's got it in front, knocked off his stick. Limprate back at the blue line, off the boards. Gallant back in his own end. Gallant behind the goal, almost came out in front. DeRozier turning back in his own end. Ryan DeRozier, he lost it. Gallant's got it. Cataracts need to get themselves organized here. Gallant does. Gallant just dumps it out into center, not very far. Yake has got it off the boards. They turned it over. Asham will come back the other way for the Cataracts. Asham, McRae is the trailer. Asham circling the goal. DeRozier's out in front. Asham back to Roddy Short. Short penalty coming to DeRozier.
Unbelievable. I'm not sure what is going on here, as DeRozier had two Prairie Thunder players all over him as Asham was crashing around the back of the net. Made a pass to Roddy Short, and the penalty goes to DeRozier. So the Cataracts once again put down short-handed here in the third period. George, I don't know what to say about that call.
Probably best not to say exactly what you're thinking, Barry.
Face-off outside the Prairie Thunder line, and the Cataracts again having to kill off a penalty here late in this one.
Down to 8 minutes to go, third period. Dittmer back in his own end, plays it back to Butland. Butland up the right side. Now he'll dump it in. They'll go into chase. Cataracts fans on the far side are yelling, that should have been icing. Crowley with a chance in front. Crowley with a shot. Big save by Gillis. Goes into the corner. Martin is there. Cowan's got it. Back at the point for Butland. Off the boards for Cowan. Back to Butland. Down into the corner for McCauley. Into the slot for Dittmer. He couldn't handle it. Cowan with a chance. Shot. It's in behind. Cleared away by Martin. Gets it out over the blue line. Martin's got it. Plays it back to Henry. Henry will back up in front of the goaltender. Turn. Fire it down the ice. Shot went off. Gillis sat in the crease in behind him, and Martin cleared it to the boards on that last play. Prairie Thunder back in their own end. They'll start off behind their goal. 56 seconds to go in the power play. Tetro. Pass for Yake. Yake in over the blue, and that's offside. Play allowed to continue. Shot comes across, it goes wide. Clearly offside at the blue line as Yake stick handled it right on the blue line.
The Cataracts bench is livid.
How did they miss that?
The player of the Cataracts are saying, what the heck is going on here?
Coach Colin wants to, he's standing in the open gate. He wants to talk to somebody about this.
The linesman here, I mean, there's an icing call against the Cataracts that clearly made the line. A minute later.
Terry Yake was stick handling the puck on the blue line. He had two players in 5-6 feet in over the blue line before he carried it in.
He clearly stick handled outside the line, right in front of the linesman, and he waved it off emphatically. Not sure if this is ball hockey we're playing or ice hockey here with the offsides rule, but certainly
no floating blue line here.
Can't see how he would miss that one. 6:47 left to go in the third period. 39 seconds left to go in this shorthanded situation for the Cataracts.
To the side of the goal. Puck down in the corner. Agnew looking for it. Short's got it, and Short will backhand it down the ice. 25 seconds left to go in the power play. Christie leaves it for Crowley. Crowley at his blue line to Yake. Yake is in over the blue line. Yake, shot, save made by Gillis. He's got it. 13 seconds to go in the power play.
Well, George, I guess the Cataracts need to settle things down here now. 13 seconds left to go in the Prairie Thunder power play. 6:22 left to go in the third period. And a big face-off here in the Cataract zone. Steph Patin against Cam Fergus on this one.
Cleared out to center ice by Fergus. Butland backing up at his blue line. 7 seconds to go in the power play. To Plett. Plett off the boards. Patin. Patin's in over the blue line. Drops it for Plett. Into Patin. Off his stick into the corner. Penalty's over. Cataracts have killed another one. Cercelli in the corner. Puck is still loose down there. Cercelli battling with Plett. Martin in there. Plett comes up with it. Plett to the side of the goal. Put it in behind. Plett's got it again. Plett. Backhand towards the goal over the top. Over the far side. Wicks will get to it first for the Cataracts. Gets it out into center. Fergus waiting for it there. Fergus will dump it in. That line's going to head off. Butland around the boards. Cataracts with a late change. Wild will dump it in. Goes in behind the Cataracts goal. Dean has it there. 5:25 remaining. Third period, 1-1 tie. McCrae up ahead to Asham. Puck goes down the ice. They're going to call icing against the Cataracts as it wasn't touched.
5:16 left to go in the third period of play. 1-1 tie. And George, I think it's safe to say that it's a lot like overtime here now in terms of how important the next goal is when you consider how tight this game has been throughout. It'll be Walker on this face-off again. Cam Fergus for the Cataracts taking this big face-off in his own end.
Puck goes into the corner. Dean around the boards. DeRozier's waiting for it over there. DeRozier's tied up. Walker got it back to the point for Hellier. Backhanded up into the stands. Face-off will come outside the Cataracts blue line. 5:05 left to go.
That one backhanded clean up and over the glass, so face-off will come outside the line. Cataracts will make changes, as will the Prairie Thunder here with 5:05 left to go. Steve Yetman, Brandon Bussey, and Andre Gill on the ice for the Cataracts. It's Cowan, Dittmer, and McCauley up front for the Prairie Thunder.
Puck is dropped. Prairie Thunder win it, but it goes between the two defensemen all the way down to Steve Christie. He'll give it to Rob Smith behind his goal. Under 5 to go now. Bonnie up ahead. It was touched, no icing. Gillis out to play it around the board. Stopped over there by Cowan. Gallant trying to get it out. Gallant has his stick tied up. Dittmer's reaching for it. Gallant is battling along the boards. Puck bouncing into the corner. Cowan to the side of the goal. Cataracts get it and clear it out. Bussey couldn't move it. Cowan with a chance. Can't pull the trigger. Backhand in front. Gillis is got. They score! Crowley!
Dane Crowley is going to get the goal as he deflected the shot in front of the net between the legs of Brian Gillis. So late in this one, 4:28 left to go. And it's the Prairie Thunder taking the lead. A devastating goal for the Cataracts. Still 4:28 left to go.
It looked like Gillis had it under him. I saw him sprawl out, but it slid under him on that deflection from Crowley, and it is 2-1 for the Prairie Thunder.
Dane Crowley, a defenseman, loves to get up in the rush, and once again, he was in front of the net on that one. He'll stay out there now along with Forsyth, Yake, Agnew, and Limprite up front for the Prairie Thunder. Fergus, Cercelli, and Wicks, Henry, and Martin out there for the Cataracts.
Still 4:25 left to go in this third period. Martin to Fergus. Fergus will dump it in. Christie out to play it. Around the boards, up and out of play. It touched the glass. No penalty as it went off the glass first before it went out.
Yeah, as you know, a goaltender clearing, if it does go straight out, would be a penalty. That wasn't the case there. So face off in the Prairie Thunder end. Cam Fergus to take this one against Terry Yake of the Thunder.
In behind the goal, Forsyth. Gives it to Crowley. Pass up through the middle. Off the stick of Yake. Cataracts bring it back in. Cercelli will dump it in. Cercelli trying to get down into the corner. Crowley's got there first. Kept in by Martin. Weak backhand doesn't get through. Comes back to Fergus. Over to Wicks. He fell down. He's got it now. Plays it in behind the goal. Cercelli. Fergus tried to get it free. Martin pinches in. Down in behind the goal. Yake missed it. To the side of the goal. In behind. Martin down deep. Out in front. Wicks. Pass was in his skates. Now he'll turn. Flips it. It goes in behind the goal. Cercelli battling in behind the goal with Crowley. Comes up along the boards. Henry able to hold it in. Cataracts trying to pressure. Martin is down deep in the corner. Forechecking. Over the far side. Cataracts will change. Agnew's got it. He'll be able to move it out. Agnew out through center. Henry steps into his man, Forsyth. DeRozier has the puck. Gives it to McRae. McRae in over the blue line. McRae wide left. In off the boards. DeRozier's tripped up in front. It's going to be a penalty coming up to the Prairie Thunder. McRae down low for DeRozier. Through the crease. Touched up. And the Cataracts will go on the power play with 2:59 left to go. Last chance right here.
No doubt it's an interference call against Forsyth of the Prairie Thunder as he upended DeRozier trying to go to the net to get a pass from McRae. DeRozier on the goal line almost thrown one at the net that time. So the Cataracts, 2:59 left to go, will go to the power play, trailing by a goal in this one. Some decisions to be made soon by the coaching staff of the Cataracts. When do you want to get the goaltender out of the net, if at all? And you still got a timeout in your back pocket as well. Asham will take this face-off against Patin.
Wasn't dropped fairly. Big face-off here. Asham against Patin. Asham wins it cleanly. Back to Gallant. Gallant's got it. Gallant with a big slapper. Hit the goalpost! Comes back to Gallant. Fakes the shot. Over to Roddy Short on the far side. Short's got it. Down along the boards for DeRozier. To Gallant. Back to Short. His shot. That's deflected into the corner. Back at the point. Hops over the stick of Short. He's got to come back out into center to get it. Up ahead to McRae. McRae turning back at his own blue line. 2:27 to go. McRae weaving his way in over the blue line. Will go into chase. Smith gets there first for the Prairie Thunder. Smith off the boards. Short able to keep it in. McRae battling for it. DeRozier racing in there. DeRozier's got it in the corner. Turning. DeRozier is checked off the puck. McRae comes in to pick it up. McRae trying to get it out in front. Goes around behind the goal. Here on the near side, back at the point for Gallant. Gallant centering it. Gallant towards the goal. Doesn't get through. It's knocked down and cleared down the ice. You hear the roar from the big crowd here at the Centennial Center in Steinbach. 52 seconds to go in the power play. What a chance for Gallant a moment ago. Rang it off the far post. Offside if the Cataracts touch it. Prairie Thunder get it. Clear it down the ice. Cataracts have got to hustle back to get it. Just 32 seconds to go in the power play. Short. Gillis motioning to the bench, asking, when do you want me to come out? Short dumps it in behind the goal. Christie's got it around the boards. It'll be kept in here. Fergus towards the goal, into the corner, along the boards. Cercelli has it. 14 seconds to go in the power play. Prairie Thunder come up with it, clear it down the ice. Bouncing puck wide of the goal. That'll do it for the power play. We're down to 1 minute now left to go. Short gives it to McRae. Gillis heading to the bench. McRae in the corner. He's hit. Puck in behind the Prairie Thunder goal. They've got it. Bonnie off the boards. Short has got it. 43 seconds left to go. Across. Bussey. Bussey will dump it in. Nobody in forechecking for the Cataracts. Prairie Thunder have it. They'll dump it out into center. Short's got to go all the way back into his own end. No icings. He could have played it. 28 seconds to go. Winding up in his own end. Roddy Short. Short through the middle. Short to the blue line and over. He'll go in and chase. Goes in along the board. Short is stopped up. Puck is cleared. It goes out of play up into the ceiling. 15.8 seconds left to go. There will be a face-off at the Prairie Thunder end of the ice. Crowley gives Andre Gilla forearm shiver.
No doubt there'll be a timeout called here by the Cataracts. Almost certainly giving their players a chance to rest for this last-ditch effort. Face-off in the offensive zone. And Luke Gallant on the power play. Early in that power play, moved into the slot area with a hard shot. Beat Christie. Hit the goalpost dead center. Solid. And that was a big chance, obviously missed by the Cataracts, as Gallant had the goaltender beat but could not beat the goalpost. Both teams back to their benches now, receiving instructions. 15 seconds left to go. Desperation time, to say the least, for the Cataracts, as their players getting a breather. I'm sure you'll see the big guns for the Cataracts out there on this one. Probably McRae, DeRozier, Cercelli, and Fergus. Short and Gallant. Yetman is going out there. McRae, Asham, Fergus, Short. So 6-on-5 here. A big face-off. It'll be Fergus against Steph Patin on this face-off with 15.8 left on the time clock.
Fergus wins it. Shot goes wide of the goal. Asham tried to play it back. Gallant can't hold it in. 8 seconds. Gallant. Time running out. 5 seconds. Gallant up ahead for Yetman. The puck goes into the Prairie Thunder bench. Face-off will come.